When walls talk back and windows cry, boundaries drawn under heavy skies. In the space between the set and scene lies a story that cuts unclean. Hold the ties that thread and tangle tight. Diplomatic dances in the cold moonlight. A step misplaced and the stage does sway. Persona non grata carried far away. Persona non grata carried far away.
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
Saturday, March 15th, 2025, and Ibrahim Rasul has 72 hours to get the fuck out of the United States. Wow. What a turn of events in the past 24 hours, folks. Less than 24 hours. It was just yesterday that Ibrahim Rasul did a Zoom call session in which he intentionally provoked the United States in his personal capacity, not as an official capacity as ambassador to the United States from South Africa. And this, of course, was the dumbest pick you could possibly make short of Naledi Pandor or Ronnie Kasrils to be the ambassador to the United States. And I said so when this guy was sent to D.C. in November. What were they thinking? This won't last long, and it didn't. Didn't last long at all. Ibrahim Rasul out on his ear after intentionally calling Donald Trump the leader of a global white supremacy movement. And America racist. Well, that's intentionally. You know, the provocations by the African National Congress continue to escalate. The intentional insults, the intentional alignment with malicious actors, all intended to provoke a response from the United States. Thus far, Donald Trump has been restrained. He has not yet kicked South Africa out of the African Growth Opportunity Act. The African Growth Opportunity Act, South Africa is currently an illegal participant in that act, getting duty-free entry into the United States market, despite the fact that they've abrogated private property rights, a clear violation of the key tenets of the public law that allows people to ship stuff from Africa to the United States duty-free. South Africa is not eligible. They should have been removed. Case closed. Donald Trump has not done that yet. And instead of being thanked for his magnanimity and for his generosity in allowing $3 billion worth of goods come into our country duty-free, we have continual, intentional insults, provocations from the government of South Africa. This was not a mistake, ladies and gentlemen. This was not a mistake. This was intentional. It was done intentionally. This was done with foreknowledge, and it was done to insult America yet again. They want sanctions. They want to be punished. They want to be the martyr. What is in their brains? No one is this stupid. Are they? Is anybody this stupid, really? I don't know who Oscar van Heerden is, but he's pretty stupid, I'll say that. Didn't deserve to be kicked out? Of course he deserved to be kicked out. Really? You're going to come to our country, be our guest, and go in a forum and tell us that we are a racist country? Why are you here if you think we're a racist country? Because he's a leech. That's what he is. He leached onto a government payroll check. He was a failed Western Cape. He's the worst Western Cape premier in post-apartheid history. Thank you, Tracy, for becoming a subscriber. No, this is long overdue. This man has ties to terror groups, according to many in the analytical world. I'm not making that claim. He has been someone of great concern for a long time. The only reason he succeeded as an ambassador last time because he was busy licking the boots of the colored gentleman from Illinois, Barack Hussein Obama. Yep. So, Size here at the outset. Sir Raven, thank you for your 70 Rand. And thank you, Gert Janssen van Jasveld, for your 35 Rand. Appreciate that. All right. So, Sai, Adele Visser, Julie Edwards, Heidi Kruger, Jan van Driel, Line in the Sand in from Namibia, Mariki van Jasveld, Julie Edwards, Adele Visser, Dr. Klub, Reg Dodd. Okay, same people commenting. Mark Myberg. Hey, Mark. Nancy was hoping the incident would lead to a meeting with Trump. Trump saw the angle again. Exactly. Our house is in the market almost 3 years. People didn't get loans to buy. Now we'll just have to leave it. We've even prepped and stored everything, but had to use grandchildren's things and started. Sorry to hear that, Elizabeth Kruger. Shame. And Bergmeister, 70 Rand. Satirical poem for the Colonel, Ambassador Rasul, now dubbed Rasul. Got the Reuben boot. Oh, what a duel. That's pretty good. It's pretty good, Bergmeister. Yeah, so do you guys like the song? That's my creation. I did that song last night. I put all the graphics to it. And that is my song, Persona Non Grata, for Ambassador Rasul. Look, I mean, it's funny because it was intentional. He knew what he was doing. Line in the Sand, in from Windhoek, Elizabeth Kruger, Veritas. How are the people in Windhoek? Entertained by events in South Africa. I sometimes wonder, I don't even want to know, just bury my head in the sand. Oh, hang in there, Julie. And there's a super chat coming in from Brenda. Thank you, Brenda. 70 Rand. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Way to get us started here, folks. Should we do a goal? Should we do a goal for super chats? Let's do 20 super chat goal. How's that? I don't usually do this very often. We'll put it up for 45 minutes. Good, okay. And what will I do? Share. I'll lip sync my song. If we get, all right, it's got to be, I'll do the smaller ones, so $2 or more, okay? So I'll lip sync Persona Non Grata, okay? Before we wrap up. Persona, that's person, not Persona Non Grata, okay? There you go. I put a goal up for super chats, folks, if you want to play along. Okay. In the first plane, did something no proper diplomat. Exactly. That's not what a diplomat does. Look, it's okay for him as a private citizen to write nasty things about Trump. It's not distinguished or dignified as a former ambassador. There's the first one. Sir Raven, 70 Rand, and Yell Tapper, 140 Rand. Oh, a goal. Yell Tapper likes the goal. There's two come in already. Why didn't it show up as a goal? YouTube's cheating, man. The 140 Rand certainly should have covered that. So should the 70 Rand. But it's showing 0 on the goal. That's cheating, YouTube. So, yeah, he's welcome to say there's a private citizen, but he's an ambassador to the United States. Not a wise move. That's not what the diplomat does. All right, sometimes, okay. What else we got here? Rasul, okay. Some federal judge will order the mean orange man apologize for Rasul. Yeah. Pollock taking up position as U.S. ambassador in their pro-Palestine. Now, why do you guys keep saying this? Joel Pollock is not the ambassador. I saw ENCA lie about that. I'm going to have to make a video on that. Joel Pollock, the ambassador designate. Joel Pollock's not even nominated. Not a single nomination's gone forward. President Trump nominated several people this week. Not one was for South Africa. People need to get the news. Stop making assumptions. You're all going to look like fools making that, not you, but the media claiming that he's the ambassador. He's not the ambassador nominee. He's not the ambassador select. He's not even listed. Maybe he will be, but he's not. Nina, 35 Rand. Thank you. Gideon, 14 Rand. So Nina's yours counted, but the first two didn't count. I guess YouTube didn't start the thing quick enough. It should be at 3. A shame on YouTube. They're trying to cheat. Jeremy's in from Indonesia. Carlos Putter, Marinda Duplessis, Goeie Dag Colonel, Moderators and Neanderthals and Canines. And there's another one. The 14 won't do it, guys. Well, now they're doing it. There's okay, maybe caught the first two. Monis Potkita. Thank you. All right, what else you got there? Namibians in the chat. Not many. And there's another. Oh, the super chats are coming in. I said it so low. They're all coming in now. Hert Janssen from Landsberg. Maybe I should have put it $5 instead of $2. Okay, all right. I'm not selling anything yet, but when we do, people trust to buy all my stuff. Army, God bless everyone. Try to stay positive, though. I know you're all going through difficult times. How's it going down there in Georgia, Army? 3275. El Marie, Chris Stender, and there's another one for Rebel Refugees. 14 Rand. Thank you for that. Boy, they're coming in now, aren't they? 6 out of 20. Reed Trimmer. I don't know who that person is. Don't forget, everyone, I like to subscribe and share the channel. Yeah, please share the channel on whatever social media you use. We appreciate that. Gerhard Benenata. We're going to get in just a moment to all the stuff about this situation. Pierre Rousseau, thank you for being here. Another super chat coming in. Stian Forster, 14 Rand. Ibrahim Satadagant. There you go. Antoinette. Tim Martins. I'm jumping ahead a little bit here, folks, to catch up. Okay, folks. Troll alert for the moderators. I see 2 accounts that might be trolls. I'm just going to watch and see. Okay. All right. Oh, those super chats were before we got started. That's why. Okay. Del Visser, 14. No more bribe brookies. No bribe brookies for him. Gideon Joubert, 14 Rand. And then Yuri Simon for your membership. Jules gave a gift. Rhino Girl, 50 dinars or dirhams. Sacred Spectrum, 99 Rand. And then 802, 99 Rand. Bergmeister, 14 Rand. New Nick, 150 NT. I don't know what that is. I don't know what NT is. Throwing me off on that one. I should know that. Still in Alabama. Okay, Georgia. Okay, sorry. I got the dates wrong. Okay, in Afrikaans we say, okay. Chris, are you going to break your bell today? I hope so, Reg. That'd be so cool. Okay, we need to update from the U.S. No, can be done and have to wait, but we'll become more and more urgent. Well, you're going to have to talk to the Trump administration. I have no control over them. Heidi Kruger, €2.49. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. Getting flashbacks from last Saturday. Hip Hop Spin a Cup tonight. No. Another super chat coming in. George, 350 Rand. Wow, bell's going to break here. Earth Angel. Thank you for the super chat. Heidi Kruger. Okay. Please don't block MSM, SA, USA. It's what? No, that's not who I'm talking about. Chris is on that bell. George Steinberg, thank you, George, from Heckport, 350 Rand. Rebel FG's 14 Rand chats are counted for the goal. No, all super chats, but you got to be over a certain threshold. Nikki, thank you for your membership. Yep. He is a disgrace to everybody. Sent him away. Yep. Reiser Rammstein. There's another one, 14 Rand. We're going to get to the 20 with 14s. Looking out the door for the ice cream man. La Mola reckons it's going to make a difference by saying today U.S. did not follow a right diplomatic channel to oust. Actually, he's wrong. Look, Ronnie Lamola is about as bright as a 6-year-old who's never attended school. Maybe a clever child, but not a very smart adult. No, we don't do stripper chats. Did you see about the 30th of March? The Kill the Boer people are arranging a date for the whites. No, I haven't seen that, Lee Friend. Thank you for sharing that. And AJ, 140 Rand. Thank you, AJ. Cool beans. All right, Cynthia Fandemeva. JP Wolfard, 14 Rand. I am 12 minutes late. Unbelievable what I missed. You missed a lot, Simon. You missed a lot. We set a goal for Super Chats, and we're about to achieve it just like that, man. I put a 45-minute goal, and it's going to happen in about 5 minutes. Wow. Yeah, he never should have been sent back there. Lamola got a 6-year-old brain, exactly, covering Colonel's flight to South Africa. Oh, for future. Gerrit Janssen van Rensburg gave 140 Rand persona non grata. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to call it to the lip super sing. What? Heard the bell the other day and was chasing the source of that bell all over because they initially didn't register. Replacing Raw. Oh, God, lied his head. Yeah, no, that gets look. Neil De Beer has volunteered to be the ambassador. He did that within an hour of it all happening. Daniel Sten, 35 Rand. Thank you for that, Daniel. Server Raven with a 70 Rand super chat. Elizabeth Kruger with a 54 Rand super chat. Syncmaster 99 with 35 Rand super chat. Oh, my arms growing heavy. My arms are weak and heavy. My palms are sweaty. I feel like Eminem. My palms are weak and sweaty. How are you doing? Well, Durrett, we're having a little bit of fun today at Ibrahim Rasul's expense. We're over 20. We hit the goal. I don't think what happened to Rasul was fair. He should not have been booted from USA. He should have been booted off the planet, says Bob. We reached the goal. Okay, guys, here we go. We're going to have to do it now. I promised. Now, I haven't got all the lyrics down, even though I came up with this, so you have to forgive me if I get something wrong, okay? Hang on. So, come on. Where are we at here? All right, got to get to it. I didn't have it ready because I wasn't planning on doing this, okay? Let me see. What is this? Persona non grata. Okay, come on. Here we go. Persona non grata. Here we go. All right, here we go. You ready? Persona non grata. All right, so it's going to be lip syncing, not singing. I'm going to turn the microphone off because we don't want to scare your cats away. And I'm going to turn off the alerts. Otherwise, it's going to be very distracting because they keep coming in. Keep the super chats coming, guys. Here we go. Ready?
When walls talk back and windows cry, boundaries drawn under heavy skies. In the space between the set and scene lies a story that cuts unclean. Hold the ties that thread and tangle tight. Diplomatic dances in the cold moonlight. A step misplaced and the stage does sway. Persona non grata carried far away. Persona non grata carry far away.
persona non grata carried far away. A misstep in the night. A misstep in the night. Woo, baby. Baby, baby. Push it. Push it good. Oh, man. 5 minutes of funk. This ain't no junk. Get your bottom off a tree stump. Ladies real pretty, city to city. Well, now we get down to the nitty gritty. From the bottom to the top to the bottom. Woo! 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 Damn! That's freaking hot! Woo! Woo! Microphone's cooking, baby. It's cooking. Woo! Oh my goodness. Persona non grata. Oh my goodness. Wow. Look, I mean, it's funny, but it's not. It's really sad, folks. It's really, really sad. But you know what? This is what's happening. People got their heads up their backside. 810 people currently here, just 400 likes. Oh, I'm killing myself. Can we get some like button there? It's time to e-beg for some likes. Please, sir. More likes, sir. Please, can we get some more likes?
That was easy.
I'll tell you what, a super chat will do. Heiner Schernefeld, thank you so much for that. We'll take the 140 Rand. And Maddie with another 70 Rand. Thank you for that, Maddie. Woo. Give your Ronaldo ideas. No. Ronaldo doesn't need stripper chat ideas. Yes, please like and subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, check it out, folks. By the way, for those of you who are just, all panicking about being tracked, trust me, if we want to find you on the internet, we being governments, not me, I'm not in government anymore, you're found. You have no anonymity. Trust me, you're not secret. You can be found. So you might as well have a YouTube account and subscribe. So I get credit for all the viewing. Anyway, we were writing to the South African president, U.S. Embassy must be closed in South Africa. Well, good for you, Live Network. Good for you. Yay. What's your basis for closing it, Live Network? What's your basis for it? And besides, what part of international law are you going to cite? It's a violation of the Vienna Convention. So if South Africa wants to become a rogue nation, violating international norms, and get sanctioned and embargoed, go ahead, Live Nation. Go ahead. Yeah. Come on, Live Network. Yeah, it's a good idea. So what basis? Because Ibrahim Rasul is a deuce who insulted America as an ambassador? Look, he's not a private citizen. You can't do that as an ambassador role. So I smell a troll here, Live Network. I smell a troll. Yeah, who cares? What does it matter? What's the purpose anyway? So if South Africa does that and denies American citizens in South Africa or visiting South Africa access to U.S. consular services, that's an act of, well, short of war, but it's pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous. Yeah, I'm at the super chat target. Or super chat target. Way to hit that. Yeah, we're so scared of lying. Yeah, Army 3275. There you go, buddy. Yeah, there are trolls here. So moderators, be ready for the trolls. I found 4 in the chat. They're waiting to strike. We are the champions, my friend. Yeah, he thought he could talk shit like they do in South Africa. Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. Where is them trolls? Oh, they're here, Gerard. They're here, Gerard, they're here. Lawrence, thank you for that 14 Rand super chat. I think I missed that one. People don't like to push the little like button. Yeah, hit that like button, man. There we go. 500 likes. That's better. Now, lady is largely okay. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news from South Africa. It's just come in. I'm just getting this in, coming in now on my headset. President Ramaphosa has announced the replacement for Ibrahim Rasul. Headed to Washington, D.C. on Monday will be none other than former director, the head of the Department of International Relations and Cooperation and Education. That will be Naledi Pandor will be the next ambassador to the United States. Woo! Oh, yeah, that ain't going to work so well. Mark Myberg, 140 Rand. Thank you for that. That dance deserves to. Thank you. I thought the dance was pretty good too. Okay. We're definitely going to get load shedding because of the guy getting out of the United States. Where will you go for your interview if the embassy's closed? Okay. Okay. You don't need an embassy. You probably won't be interviewed there anyway. Do you think we have an embassy in the desert in Chad when they interview people in the camps? Do you think we have an embassy in the big camp with 650,000 refugees from Somalia living in Kenya? There's no embassy there. We have an embassy in the country. They don't bring those people to Nairobi to interview them. They go out to the camp to interview them. You don't need an embassy or a consulate to interview refugees, folks. All you need is a spot on the ground. That's it. That's it. Yeah, it was AfriForm. No, let's be clear, folks. Don't be blaming AfriForm. We know who it was. We know who it was. You know who did this, right? Jan van Riebeck. It's Jan's fault. Jan. Yeah, she's the ambassador to Palestine. Yeah, let's put her in Gaza. Now, Lady Pondor, the ambassador to Gaza. Hey, Ronnie Casuals, the ambassador to Lithuania. There you go. Yep. You think South Africa's worsening relationship with the U.S. will have a positive? I think it'll have a positive impact on the refugee program. I think it's full speed ahead with the refugee program. All you need is love. Love is all you need. A tent. My kingdom for a tent. If I ask what program you used to make songs, I recorded that myself. That was my voice I was disguising. No, that was Suno. It was great. No, they won't do online interviews, Tom. That's highly unlikely. No. That's a big risk there. Yeah, see, Neville Purdon's offered his house. There you go. Interview at Starbucks. At Menlyn. The Menlyn Starbucks. That's where the interviews will be held. Yep, there you go. Not any Ponder is really just Jabba the Hutt. Solo. God help South Africa because of the Lady Pondor. We love camping. That's the thing that kills me. All these people trying to rubbish it. You do realize, of course, and Ivan Meyer said this for the you'll be intense. The Afrikaners go intense. Bring it on. I love tents, man. We go to the Okavango in tents. What are you talking about? That's not scary. If you told me I was going to have to live next to Trevor Noah or Charlize Theron, that would be scary. Yeah, I smell a lot of sanctions in the air, too. Okay, you can say goodbye to Agoa. Gone. Okay. Jan was colored. Who said he wasn't colored? Jan van Riebeck was colored. Still his fault. Any feedback on the people that was kind? Well, no, come on. You expect me to get feedback from government bureaucrats that don't work on the weekend? I sent the message on Thursday. They had time to answer. They didn't answer it. My colleague there said he thinks it's not legit, although the emails appear to be legit. So we don't understand what's going on. We're waiting for them to respond. So I'm not going to report fake news until I know. The original diplomatic letter that the president received this morning. Jan, I've got dozens of diplomatic letters. All kinds of people are sending them, so I'm not sure which one you're talking about. Afrikaners love camping. Yeah, do the interviews at Loftus. There you go. Do them at DHL Greenpoint Stadium. Do them at Moses Madiba Stadium or Kings Park in Durban. Take your choice there. Yeah, there are more than 44 Afrikaans-speaking people. That's right. Good morning from Arizona, David. How are you doing out there, man? Aranya wants to send it. Yeah, I know about that. I thought it was a secret, but then they released a video in Afrikaans, and I heard it. We are responding to a community because it's time now. People are listening. People are recognizing Afrikaners. So, okay, they'll be in the States next week. That's correct. Or whenever. They're coming sometime. Find the Hong Kong clip. The lady... The average South African is going to be impacted. Oh, of course they are, Vernon Eilager. Of course they're going to be affected. Michael Neustadt, welcome to you. Shongolo Toti, welcome to you. Neanderthal White Dog, Chris, have you booked the park where we're going to have meet and greet party? Yanni Russo says, Chris from Vassar. Oh my goodness, everything is gone. There was no doubt before. Whoosh by, but thanks to Ibrahim Rasul, what a twat, says Charles. Lamola says, incorrect diplomatic process. Lamola's an idiot. This is an idiot. This is the guy who prosecuted no cases and let all the ANC caterers off the hook when he was a minister of injustice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This is a guy who lied. I quote, Ronnie Lamola, whites own 80% of the land in South Africa. Crock of horse manure. White South Africans 7 years ago owned, according to a government audit, owned 23% or 23% of the surface area of South Africa. 29% of privately held land, but 23% of the total surface area. The largest group of landowners were whites if you group people based on skin pigmentation. The government was the second largest. But that was 23% 7 years ago. It's lower now. Anna Marie, you're not here first. Good guess, though. Okay. Andreas V308, 140 Rand super chat. Thank you for that. Yeah, Ibrahim Rasul, you're fired. That's what Trump said. If you made a video about where refugees can go once the offices are open, please clarify. We don't need an embassy. I need to get them KZ in Pretoria. Gordon, we don't know. Okay, calm down. Calm down, people. I'm just telling you what is not necessary. You don't need an embassy to do this, okay? People really get locked in. Oh, embassy, we got to go to Pretoria. No, you don't. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. We don't know. When we handle thousands of cases, you can't expect the entire country the size of Texas to all gravitate to there. They couldn't handle the influx. Pretoria doesn't even have a consular section large enough to handle you. Most likely, if they were going to go one place, they'd go to Joburg, which has a much bigger consular section. But that's not going to happen. So just calm down. Calm down. We have a consulate in Durban. Gordon, we have a Durban consulate. But we don't even know that's going to be done there. We don't even know when it's going to happen. The State Department is taking their time. Be a bugger up business. All the entrepreneurs planning to become importers from South Africa. Yep. Where's K97? I haven't seen K97. In regards to my super chat, that was the note delivered to U.S. Embassy. Regards, Rasul. I got you, Jan, but there are a bunch of those. Willem Petzer delivered a letter. I've got a letter that was delivered from Cape Independence groups doing it too. Lots of letters have been delivered, man. So thank you. Yeah, then he's staying for the interviews. Since 1 a.m. this morning, there's been 17 commentators giving their opinions to the situation and their take on the way forward. You can analyze the importance of where the GNU emergency meeting. Okay. 18 April, we have another protest at the embassy. Who's having a protest? Let's wait to hear from what Americans plan. Exactly, Earl. Calm down, folks. Tom Oak says, whoa, why is Cape Independence so quiet? They're not, Henrik. See, you don't know. They may be public, but trust me, as a journalist, I have some inside information. I can tell you that it's not quite as quiet as you think it is, okay? It's not quite as quiet as you think it is. A lot of people can't travel far for the interviews. Exactly. Why are you worried about traveling? There's no program. Until a program is established and you're given guidance by the government, there's no point in debating and pontificating and speculating and guessing, because you're just going to guess yourself into stress. Relax. I don't think the embassy in Sandton will leave. I think that if they change the name to Leila Khalid, the U.S. Embassy will still use a letterhead that says Sandton Drive. Or they'll get a post box, or they'll get an address somewhere else and they'll have it delivered in some other street and just pick up their mail there. Simple as that. IMF listed South Africa's 49th out of 49 monitored countries regarding business government regulations. Yeah, there you go. They're terrible. Joyce Scott, how you doing there? Okay, another group that wants to talk for all Afrikaners, these kind of groups. Nope, that's not what they're doing, Jean-Pierre. Watch the video. That's not what they're doing. They're not going to talk for all Afrikaners. They're not speaking for any Afrikaners, only speaking for residents of Oranje. That's who they're speaking for. That's all they're speaking for. ENCA removed the report that Malema made a statement. I didn't get to see that. Or did I? Downloaded something last night. What was that? Let me see if I still got it here. Hang on a second. Hang on. Oh my goodness. What was that? Sound like Law and Order. It was Law and Order. Let me see if I can find it. I think I downloaded that last night. I hope I did. ENCA thing. There it is. Oh, yeah, here it is. I got it.
This story, the EFF has labeled U.S. President Donald Trump as the grand wizard of the global Ku Klux Klan.
I have it.
That's in response to the U.S. decision to expel Ibrahim Rasul, South Africa's ambassador to Washington.
I've got it. The internet is forever, folks. It's forever. Be careful there, EFF. Ooh, Juju, you done got yourself in some deep caca. I'm telling you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, Ink Addict, but I have the video. We have the digits. Hypothetically, if someone in South Africa posed information on the Russia arms that boarded the ship, actual evidence, can it be used to wager safe passage for one's family USA? No. How is that going to, that's not going to do anything for you. No. Why would you need safe passage USA? That's not even a legal matter for the U.S. And if you qualify for the refugee program, then just apply for the refugee program. It's very generous. Please tell them how the White House opens days work and that opened on February 25th. Tell them how Solidarity bought tickets, went on the tour, took a selfie, and called a meeting. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about, HP. I don't know what you're talking about. People need to chill. You guys are overreacting to news. If you're scared, look at the rand against the dollar. Only start worrying once the rand starts tanking. Exactly, PK. My own tent says Celestial Concerto. Well, that's cool. Can we share it? USA is racist for banning him, but he can still call the USA supremacist. Exactly. So he calls us racist and white supremacists, and because of that, makes us racist. Pfft. Jerry Botes says, I asked X when the refugee program will be finalized. His answer was no date yet. However, it mandates plan be submitted within 90 days. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. That's factually untrue. See, the problem with AI and Grok and all this other bullshit is that they're programmed by leftist hate wankers. And they put bullshit in there, and they're not exactly 100%. So you got to be careful with AI, okay? So there is no date in here. This is exactly what it says. Section 4, Refugee Resettlement and Humanitarian Considerations, the February 7th, 2025 executive order issued by Donald John Trump. The Secretary of State and the Secretary of Homeland Security shall take appropriate steps consistent with law to prioritize humanitarian relief, including admissions program for Afrikaners in South Africa who are victims of unjust racial discrimination. Such plans shall be submitted to the President through the Assistant to the President and Homeland Security Advisor. And that's it. There's no timeline on it. The 90-day bullshit is coming from his executive order on the 20th of January, which has nothing to do with this executive order. That's the one where he suspended the entire refugee program because of widespread fraud by the Biden regime. So they're unrelated. This order is separate from that and, in theory, could be put into effect immediately. Grandfather passed away as part of the Caravan Group, which was the first tourist group in Zambia. No idea what you're talking about there. Send it. Naledi Ponder, Julius Malema, Fikili, Mablula, Guede, Montasha, Panyazi Lusufi. Good gosh. ANC with 30% support doesn't represent citizens, neither does Rasul. Okay. Chris, sadly, NCAA could not even spell Ku. Yeah, what do they spell? Oh, yeah, Ku Klux Klan. There's no Afrikaner culture that will be lost if Afrikaners are leaving. Just say they will still live comfortably and practice their exclusive way. Well, okay. All right. Well, that's a troll. Live Network's trying. Okay. But unfortunately, Live Network. Okay. So. All right. No trolls here. Welcome. You've got a little time out there. If you want to act like an adult when you come back. Comfortable life. What a shithead. You have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, the people south there are tired, Egan Mulder. You're correct. Marco Rubio really set things straight now. And yep, ANC is scrambling around now looking for excuses. Nita says, Colonel, do the Amish still live in close communities or are they more and more spread? The Amish are spread all the way across the United States from the East Coast almost all the way to the West Coast. Eastern Washington, you find Amish, and in southern Canada, as well as Mennonites. The Amish started here in Pennsylvania, and in the past century, they've spread their wings. There's huge Amish settlements in Ohio, in Indiana, and they go all the way out to Idaho, places like that. Yep, they've spread all over. The Mennonites is also. And it's easy for the Mennonites because they can drive. They drive modern convenience. We see Mennonites shopping in the grocery store here about a kilometer from my house all the time. The ladies walk around with their little, clear plastic thing on the back of their hair. And they're plain dresses. Not that plain is in color, but plain is in style. Not extravagant. Yep. I asked the embassy if it's legit, and they said for now they will only do interviews in Pretoria. Okay, you asked the embassy, whom did you speak to? Could South Africa apply for refugee status from a third country? No. No. You cannot. You have to apply from South Africa. England 14, Wales nothing. That's why I'm not watching it. Law and Order. Yep. Hey, W.O. Bridger, Leandra Cecilia Highness. Laying down the law. Exactly. What if we get all our personal documents, listen to Chris meme his songs, and like and subscribe until the executive order is expanded on? Yeah, there you go. Santa Consulate is on the corner of Santa and Rivonia. Watch them open the gates of Rivonia. And exactly. That'll be their address. Most of us still work, guys. It's probably the ones that aren't working that are feeling frustrated. Yep, maybe. Xavier says, afternoon, Colonel, we'll start with you at 5 a.m. and back at 7 p.m. It's been a day, hasn't it? Karen Gay Fun Piteous. Mariska Fissa, thank you for being here. Timothy Coopertis. All right. Hell, those farm and all the equipment is expensive. Generations work, knowledge, and heritage is going to take a lot of farmers, a lot to force farmers to leave equipment and see it falls apart before then. Good point. Okay, I already covered these things. How do I get all the way back up there? Mark Davey, does the refugee program have an age cap? No, of course not. Why would you think it has an age cap? Where do you get such a conclusion? Did someone tell you that? If they did, they lied to you. There's no age cap. You know, are lives worth more or less because someone's 2 or 92? No, they're worth the same. One carrier strike group had more military power than all of Africa. Yep. Lightning strikes from the bottom. Hey, Garrett, how's it going? Julie Edwards, Dirk is back. Okay. T, Grok is nonsense. I agree. It is. In other words, the ISIS leader was eliminated. I don't know about that. How the narrative has changed again. No longer Afri Forum. And how do you explain this one away with propaganda? They keep trying. Yeah, his parody of Gangster's Paradise. I wasn't too fond of that. It wasn't bad. Pat Gerber, welcome to you. Guys, you would not be a good camping buddy unless you... What's going on there, PK? What are you drinking? Okay. Just remember this fact. Rob Hersall mentioned in an interview, I saw 2 of the richest men in the world were born in South Africa and made it outside our country. Yeah? Can we please get Trump and Doge to drain South Africa's swamp? Well, we're draining our swamp first. How's the weather? Well, it's a little overcast today and not generating much sunshine. How should we settle our debts? I wouldn't worry about your debt if I was you, DeVold. I wouldn't worry about it. Settle it. That's why they don't want you to go, because all this debt, they're going to sink. Yep. We don't care about your debt, not to my knowledge. See, the Department of State says Rasul and his must leave. Yeah, 21 March. Yeah, they've got no, that's not 21 March. They got 72 hours according to the media. 72 hours. 965 people currently here. Hit the like button. Uri Simon says ANC balls because EU pledged. Amber H also pledged. No idea what that means. PH70 ran super chat. Thank you both for the super chats. Cool beans. Chris, do you think your opinion, please? The fact that no ambassador was assigned, is that broken? No. Okay, Okay, guys, you got to understand how this stuff works, okay? You got to understand how this works. The Senate tries to use its ability to confirm presidential appointments as a tool to extract something from the president, usually to put more crap in the budget or something like that, or to get a continuing resolution passed. But we just got that passed, so we're good through the rest of the year. They did one for 9 months. Or 7 months, whatever it is. Anyway, so they have nothing to go with there. So what typically happens is the president gives a nomination for a position must be confirmed by the Senate. Then they want to have hearings. So the first name that President Trump listed of all his nominations, before Pete Hegseth, before Pam Bondi, before Kash Patel, before any of these people, was our ambassador to Israel. And who was that? Governor Mike Huckabee. He announced him first, and he has yet to have a hearing in the Senate. Why? Because they hate him. They hate Jews and they hate Christians, and so they're delaying it because they don't want Mike Huckabee to be the ambassador. So he hasn't even got on the docket to hear it. So until he gets on there, he won't even get a hearing. Then he gets a hearing. They vote on him after committee, if it goes through committee, and then they vote on him, and he gets there. So in the case of South Africa, it's a political appointment normally for the ambassador. The fact that we don't have ambassador is not unusual. Most embassies around the world that have political appointments no longer have ambassadors. In fact, the president just nominated about a dozen ambassador positions for Canada, for Mexico, for several other places. South Africa is not a priority in that scheme of things. So it's not unusual to see an embassy go without an ambassador for 9 months to a year after a political appointee leaves. That's not unusual. So you should read nothing into that whatsoever. Joy says, Scottish, British passport, lived in South Africa 54 years, so I'm a citizen. Do you think President Trump will have me? I have no idea, Joy. No idea. We'll have to wait and see what the standards are. I'm sorry I don't have a better answer, but it all hinges on what the program says. Okay. Why do we support Israel? Waste of money. Well, Sandman, I don't know where you're from. Who supports Israel? South Africa? South Africa doesn't support Israel. United States? United States does. Waste of money? No. Good use of money. Like one subscriber asked, what is your view of the government now? Wish to play tit for tat. Do the same with your embassy people. I think you'll respond to this. I don't think that South Africa will kick any Americans out of the embassy. There's no value at it. First off, there's no ambassador. And also, they look stupid. They violated the norms. Look, Ambassador. So here's where the calm in the room needs to come from. This is what needs to happen. 1,000 people currently watching. Thanks for being here, folks. Be sure to hit the like button if you don't mind. I'd appreciate that. So here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. The correct answer from the government of South Africa in responding to this is that this is what they should have said. Now, they said something not this strong, but what they said was pretty good from the presidency at about 5 o'clock this morning, my time, after they got up. So they basically said that that's unfortunate. Let's all stakeholders, let's be calm about this and let's work our way through this. That's basically what they said. What the government of South Africa should have said is former Ambassador Rasul does not speak for the South African government in his comments in his personal capacity. He's being recalled and will be removed and is no longer our representative in Washington. That's what they should have said. That would have been the right response. Their response was halfway there, 2/3 the way there. USA is putting, Pete Erasmus, thank you for your membership, putting their country first. Yep. All right. Amanda Cooper, did anyone see how was bashing Ronaldo, calling him a racist, emphasizing suspension? I don't know what SWMX is. David, $7 says, keep up a good fight. Thank you for that super chat, David. Appreciate that. I'm so embarrassed to put the South African flag up here. How bad is that? That's a shame. First 3 words of the Constitution, we the people, for the first time you have a world power that's being as transparent as possible. The deep state global actors are lost in translation. They are. Colonel, I will employ 100 people within 2 years as soon as I get to USA, says Andres Muller. Well, you're going to employ me? Why don't you do that now, man? I can use the coin. Arctic is probably getting some crew rest. He was flying last night. Earth Angel, becoming a refugee status expert, listening to all these questions over and over. So I admire you, Chris, for your patience. It is a lot of patience, isn't it? Andre Cross doesn't like the bell ring. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not a fan. I don't know who it is, Tom Hawk. Who are we talking about? Justin's opinion. Welcome. Thank you for your membership. A Trill. Who's a Trill? Is this Deep Space Nine? Oh, it's a commie. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Well, there you go. There's your answer. Michael Marks. Julie Edwards. Rudy says, I have family in the USA. Will it make it easier for my family to relocate with them? Go through refugee program when it comes available. Can we go live with them? The short answer is I don't know. My suspicion is it would make it simpler because there's a support structure already in place, and the U.S. government would probably accede to that, provided they can manage it. But they're going to put you in a place where the absorbed capacity is there. But yeah, folks, if you apply for a refugee program, this isn't the refugee show. This is the Ibrahim Rasul show today. But if you apply for refugee status and you come to America, disclose everything that's of importance. If you have a job with an American company already, ask to see if you can be located where they've got a place for you if the employer has offered you a job. I mean, it doesn't make any sense for the refugee program to put you someplace where you're going to have to wait to get a job or find a job. If you already have one with an existing employer, then that's much bigger chance you're going to be successful without relying on the government. So, yeah. Flux capacitor. Did I just say that supporting Israel is not a waste? Indeed, I did, Vane. It exactly did. That's right. That's right. The only genuine democracy in the Middle East, the standard for human rights, the standard for, for defense in the Middle East. Yeah, absolutely. Israel's Iron Dome has been a huge benefactor. The development of that is going to lead now to a Golden Dome for America. So I really don't understand why you take exception to that. What's with the hatred of Israel? Okay. Udo Hatnius, someone must ask the question, why does the ANC keep on pissing off the U.S.? It's intentional. I did ask the question, Udo Hatnius. I asked it a month ago. I have a video on here 1 month ago saying they're doing this intentionally. A week after it started, I said it can only be intentional. It's obvious what they're doing. Why are they doing it? Because they want to be the martyr, or they're doing what Tehran has told them to do. I asked that question, Udo, and I've said it. You're welcome, Joy. I don't think giving that much money is a good idea. Give him how much money? How much money are we giving them? Do you know how much it is? Do you think giving Ukraine, the second most corrupt country in all of Europe, $350 billion was a good idea? I don't think that's a good idea. Israel gets a pittance compared to that. Yes, because we have an appointed ambassador. That's normal, line in the sand. And the charge d'affaires is always interim. So you don't have to put interim in front of it. Charge d'affaires is always interim. Charge d'affaires is always a temporary appointment for an embassy employee who has the executive oversight responsibility for the embassy mission. Game on, 14 Rand super chat. Thank you. Your first super chat. Appreciate that. Volmaran says, well, Volmaran's disappeared. Let me go find Volmaran's. Wow, I'm a little bit behind here. Come on. There we go. Do you think the program will still take long or not? I have no idea how long it's going to take, but this can only likely accelerate it. Sorry, I'm confused now. Our credit score is important, but servicing our local debt doesn't matter? Your credit score in South Africa has no impact whatsoever on your credit score in America. None. 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 We don't look at South African financial records. That's why you start with 0 when you come to America. Now, the one place I'm not sure about is Britain. I think it's still the same, but our banking systems are pretty closely tied together with the Brits. I mean, I've used U.S. checks to pay for my economist at the Economist headquarters in London back in 1992. Check in dollars. They accepted it because they were able to cash it because our banking systems are so integrated and closely linked. But no, your debt in South Africa doesn't affect your credit score here. TRW and all and Equifax, they don't pay attention to that stuff. Mark Dallas says hello to fellow canines. Christine Livingston, hit the like button, please do. Will our 240 volt phones work with 110? No. That's why all chargers for mobile phones and laptops typically are 110, 220. What you'll need is adapters. You have to get an adapter from your outrageously large South African plugs that are the size of frickin' Bucky down to a normal size plug that we have. But to be fair, they're much more stable, your plugs, because they're hard to knock out. All right, so yeah. Okay, Anthony, thank you for your membership. Cool Pisang, do you think American business South Africa are at this stage a tad nervous? Yes, I do think they are, because they're probably worried America's going to put trade sanctions on South Africa. Samantha Busby finally managed to hop on your YouTube in the nightly dose of real news. Thank you. Andre Diaga, ANC should apologize. I think they should. Good evening, Tracy. Do you know if there's any truth to South Africa giving Palestinians refugee status? I haven't heard that. Looking forward to Amanda as a podcaster, his dad is famous advocate. Oh, you're talking about Mpofu Walsh. Walsh. You talking about Mpofu Walsh? I didn't know that's what SWMX is. Mpofu Walsh? I'm not going to get involved with that guy. I responded to him on Twitter one time. He responded back, and it didn't get out of control. But I'm not gonna dive into that cesspool. Mighty Jamie and Mpofu Walsh, Bianca, those are Ronaldo's people. South African leadership has no clue what they're dealing with. Yep, Trump will not let our country be disrespected like Biden did. Exactly. To send ambassador back home, it can also mean that its diplomatic war goes on a higher level. It could, but you don't have to send ambassador home for diplomatic war. We're already in a diplomatic war. The ANC has insulted and assaulted U.S. national interests for several years. We're already in a war. Now, we weren't firing any rounds. They were firing at us. We kept, fortunately our shields were up and we could withstand it. But now we've had enough of it. So ANC started the war and they're going to deal with the consequences. So sad the ANC has destroyed a beautiful country. I agree. Hey, Casper. Can't wait to get out of this circus family in the U.S. that immigrated 11 years ago. I don't know if it'll help your case, but it might help you in where you settle. Don't think this refugee thing is going to happen. Trump has picked a way of pushing the correct buttons. You keep saying that, Mark, but I don't know why you say that. There's not a damn thing that Trump has promised to do that he hasn't done, except end the war in Ukraine, and he's made an effort at it. He's trying, so not paying for my budget to go over. We have to wing, okay? Well, most people have dual voltage. You shouldn't have to buy a charger for those devices. According to this one, for the EFF party has asked President Ramaphosa to not let South Africa. What? Con de Bruin, thanks, Chris. We are not privy to the whole political scene. Awesome, you have the knowledge and sharing it. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm not privy to everything either, but because of the contacts I built up as a journalist, people do contact me and reach out to me and send me things and tell me about things. I cannot always disclose everything I know. You have to understand that. Then when I was in the intelligence community, I couldn't tell anybody about things except people in the intelligence community, and they're a limited number of people. So I'm in the habit of not betraying confidences, and so I'm not doing that. Verda says, sorry for asking, but would like to send you a song. How do I send it to you? Well, you can send it to me through WhatsApp, or Telegram, if you're in one of the groups, send it there. That's probably the best way to do it. 800 likes. We're at 828 likes. Let's get to 1,000. Okay, Chris, how many South African staff members working? I don't know. I would guess he has about 35 or 40 people, would be my guess. It should be one of the biggest, if not the biggest embassy South Africa has. Maybe their UK embassy is bigger. Anthony, 140 Rand super chat. Thank you for that. And Gerardo Steenkamp, DS9 in Orville. Yeah, I liked Orville, but they took it private on one of the networks and ruined it. DS9 is great. It stands the test of time. Avery Brooks was brilliant. I have friends in the USA. Can I go live with them instead of being placed by the government? You'll have to ask them. Some comments on Facebook going, Rasul, you get some very dumb Neanderthals agreeing with him, saying Trump was a racist. Well, that's because they're racist. The racists flock together. Birds of a feather. I haven't always support the one and only nation of God, says Pierre Rousseau. Okay. Why do you think democracy is a good system? Did I say democracy is a good system? I didn't say that. You're inferring something because I said it's the only democracy in the Middle East. You're inferring something. I think a constitutional republic is the best form of democracy. Is a terrible form of governance. Direct democracy is horrible. It's mob rule. No. You have to have safeguards. Representative, constitutional republic, representative republic is a best answer. You're inferring something that wasn't stated, Vinant. I didn't say that. Yeah, it's still reporting the South African government was sending envoy to the U.S. to clarify. That's fine. But expropriate. Okay, look, I did a video this morning, folks. I mean, it's that whole thing is blown out of the water. All the lies that there's no confiscation, that's just bullshit. That's bullshit. There's no confiscation. That's total nonsense. There is confiscation. There is expropriation without compensation. Why do you pass an act that has zero compensation? You don't need to do that. You have expropriation with compensation. And then you lie. Well, Trump doesn't understand. Nil doesn't mean nil. Yeah, nil means zero, dumbass. Look it up in the dictionary. Nil means zero. Nix, nine, yet, nada, in the Bahnhof. Nothing. That's what nil means. You can't redefine the word because it suits your political purposes. So Trump did misunderstand. And, but we haven't confiscated anything. Yeah, the ink was still dry on the paper. And just less than a month after this, what happens? Ron Policy comes out after a trip to Joburg. We're going to use the expropriation without compensation law to confiscate buildings in the central business district of Johannesburg. Abandoned buildings. We're only abandoned because your government allowed them to be abandoned by not enforcing the rights of the property owners. When the gangsters and the squatters took over their buildings, they tried to evict them. You stopped them. Oh, squatters have rights. Gangsters have rights. And then after they spent so much money and ran out of money for legal bills, then you said the building was abandoned. Now you're going to take it. Spare me. This is a lie. I mean, it's so obvious. I mean, who do they think is watching? 6-year-olds can figure this out. Okay. Has South Africa and the U.S. diplomatic relationship been damaged beyond repair? No, it's not beyond repair. This can come back. Look at the behavior of the media in response to the behavior of asshat Volodymyr Zelensky sitting outside in the Oval Office, using a press conference to try to push his propaganda and talking over the President of the United States and interrupting him when he's a guest. Trump could have just kicked him out and just walked away and never done anything for Ukraine again. A couple days later, they agreed to a ceasefire. Trump says we'll resume supplies. Yeah, no, it's not beyond repair. No, it's not beyond repair. Okay, Freelance Kane, it's not taking long. It's been 5 weeks. Good God, have you ever worked with a government? All these people complain they're not getting their passports in South Africa. You expect a complicated, complex program? I mean, look at all the people come here. Oh, I'm Scottish, and my mother was Khoi, and am I an Afrikaner? And I speak Zulu. Am I an Afrikaner? And I have adopted children from the Venda tribe, but I'm an Afrikaner. Can the kids come? I mean, think about it, Freelance Kate. All this crap has to be worked through. You can't just go, boom, everybody can come. Who qualifies? Who is an Afrikaner? They have to identify that. Then they have to work this all out. It's complicated because you're not actually refugees. I've said this a million times. You are not refugees. People want to leave South Africa. How do we get on this? This is supposed to be the Ibrahim Rasul Bry hour. That's what this is supposed to be, not refugees. It has nothing to... So, in country, unusual, unique, but not unprecedented situation. Cuba, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and a handful of other times. Most time, it is nothing like this. UNHCR handles it. They do the references. After they verify people, then we do investigations. We go to camps. We interview people. We check their background. We agree with UNHCR, and then we repatriate them, or not repatriate, we bring them to America. We don't have that luxury. This has to be done inside of South Africa. So a lot has to be worked out, okay? It isn't long. Stop being so demanding, South Africa. Oh, me. I need this. You had nothing on February 6th. You have nothing today. Take a deep breath. Calm down. 5 weeks is a blink of an eye. A blink of an eye, even in a human lifespan. 5 weeks is nothing. Calm down. I don't know when they're going to do it. I've heard that Russia offered, but I've never seen that. That was in the past. ANC does not accept Pollock as ambassador. Okay, first off, Dune server. Pollock is not the ambassador. Where do you people get this shit from? Joel Pollock is not the ambassador designated to South Africa. Donald Trump has put forward no nomination for the ambassador to South Africa. Stop saying this stuff. He's not the ambassador. He's not the ambassador designated. He's not the ambassador nominee. He's not the ambassador. He may very well be the ambassador nominee, but he's got to get through the Senate. Man, people, you read stuff in the newspaper, you listen to this bullshit on South African TV, and you just believe it. I saw that ENCA, South African ambassador designate Joel Pollock. He's not the ambassador designate. Good God, fake news, fake news. Of course, it's by design, Joe. I said that. Malcolm Marx said, well said on Israel. Yeah, thank you. Active company Wyoming, all diamond bearing kimberlites. We have kimberlite in Wyoming? That's news to me. I know we have in Arkansas. Okay. It's news to me. I didn't know that. Hannes Muller, if South Africa is declared bankrupt via the world, what does that mean for Namibia? It's not good for the Namibian dollar since they're linked. That's true. How does your super chat work? Tell one donate. Well, there's a little button below the chat. You push that $sign. If you have a credit card with Alphabet, Google, then you can use that. You watch anime by any chance? No, I'm not a fan of anime. Okay, Jan, thank you. I don't see anybody named Flippy here. Where's my damn timestamps are off again? Gee, many crickets. Sorry. Nancy's looking for someone to blame. Yeah, they're always looking for someone to blame. If the NC will probably not allow citizens to move their rands out of the country. Well, they already limit what you can move. You're not going to convert the U.S. to the metric system. We're already on the metric system. Again, how many times do I have to tell people this? We're on the metric system already. $281 milliliters. We're on the metric system. Been on the metric system for decades. You all just choose not to accept reality. Number of South African stores in the U.S. That's true. Genoeg is genoeg. I agree. Genoeg is genoeg. Danke für den Nachfrage, Oberst. Was assigned a gatekeeper against stupidity. Thank you, Gary. Dion Herb is back. New Raptor just to leave it at the airport. To be honest, at Biden's defense, he was not aware the USA was being disrespected. Yeah, that's true. Thank you for keeping us up to date. You're right. You're welcome. Sorry. I have to say President Trump has been very chilled on the sanction and everything else. Don't think we want to hurt South Africans. Yeah, I don't think he does. Exactly. And the aid was cut to the entire planet, PK. Thank you for being a voice of reason here. He didn't single out South Africa until they started lipping off. He singled out the world. Trump stopped all foreign aid for 90 days on January 20th. And what did South Africa do? The racist attacked us. Dude, he attacked everybody. Get over yourself. And they made, hey, there's K97. I was wondering where K97 is. Yep. Love the rugby balls on your bookshelf, but I have to ask, what's your favorite college football team? I don't really follow college football anymore. I really don't follow it anymore. So Hunter was bolted to Cape Town to avoid hearing he's hiding at some very expensive lodge overlooking Atlantic somewhere. I'm sure he is. Yep, South Africa was not a special case, but they made themselves a special case by complaining. Dude, sir, for many Afrikaners who could left South Africa survive, some of us are targeted. We also have to wait and see what the requirements are. Yep, you got attention, which is more than most people. ANC have decided to align America's enemies. Okay, I got to jump ahead here. So Albert von Vijk, thank you for your membership. Also 35 Rand Super Chat. Thank you for that. Evening, this idiot Rasul is not a rotten egg. Yes, he is. I don't see any Flippy here. Does one of my modders see a Flippy? Okay, if you see a Flippy, you can give Flippy a timeout if it's necessary. Thank you for the 35 Rand Super Chat, Jan. ANC lies to their teeth. Yep. Okay, Chris, ring the bell sometimes you want. Even if they offer you a minimum, there's no way they will allow you to sell for more. Huh? Do you see our president go to the UN? Okay, jumping ahead. Nikki Boswell, hi. Would there be an age limit? No. Answered 3 times in this broadcast already. There's no age limit. Why would you think that? I guess you don't know what the purpose of a refugee offer is. A refugee is for people who are in peril. Are 2-year-olds in less peril than a 92-year-old? No. What do you focus on this document for, Jan? You're starting to irritate me. I appreciate the super chats, but you keep putting the same text there. What? What's your point? What are you looking for here, Jan? What do you want me to do? Oh, man. So, in the news today, Donald Trump's looking at putting travel restrictions, bans on 43 different countries. South Africa is not one of them. So once again, we see that Trump is being very considerate with South Africa, despite this nonsense that came out yesterday. So let's take a look at the countries that are on the list. Draft list for travel ban proposed to 43 countries. A draft circulating inside the administration lists 3 tiers of countries whose citizens may face restrictions on entering the United States. Trump administration is considering targeting citizens as many as 43 countries as part of a new travel ban. Well, let's look at who's on the list. The draft list of those who will have all travel banned: Afghanistan, Bhutan, Cuba, Iran, Libya, North Korea, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, Venezuela, and Yemen. Does anybody disagree with that? Those are all rogue states. Orange, visas will be sharply restricted for Belarus, Eritrea, Haiti, Laos, Myanmar, Pakistan, Russia, Sierra Leone, South Sudan, and Turkmenistan. Any objections to that? Shouldn't be. Yellow, 60 days they have to address the issues with passports. 60 days. Angola, Antigua and Bermuda, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cambodia, Cameroon, Cape Verde, Chad, Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, Dominica, Equatorial Guinea, Gambia, Liberia, Malawi, Mali, Mauritania, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Sao Tome and Principe, Vanuatu, and Zimbabwe. All of these countries on this list have been told since 2001 to fix their passport system. George Walker Bush gave them a free pass. Barack Obama gave them a free pass. Donald Trump gave him a free pass. Joe Biden gave him a free pass. When Trump tried to implement these standards in his last administration, he was taken to court all the time. These are states that do not give access to criminal databases, do not include biometric data in their passports, and or a host of other problems with these countries. Therefore, they will be banned from coming to America. And it is not directed at anybody based on skin color, religion, or it's not a Muslim ban, it's not a black ban, it's not an Africa ban. These countries are all over the world. But watch and see. Watch and see. Spiker One, I don't know what your source information is, but I just got a dozen eggs for $3.79. $3.79 for a dozen eggs. I don't know where you're getting your information. So, 43 countries. Well, Ibrahim Rasul has 72 hours to get out of the U.S. Wow. South Africa's expelled ambassador has been given 72 hours to leave the U.S. Crispin Perry, spokesman for international relations and cooperation minister Ronnie Lamola, confirmed that Pretoria was making arrangements for his return. He'll be expected to debrief Pretoria when he returns. And then from there, Pretoria will assess what are the next steps that need to be done and attend to. Well, don't talk to him. He said Pretoria received official confirmation from South African mission in the U.S. late on Friday that he had been expelled. Yep, 72 hours. Democratic Alliance calls for urgent dialogue following expulsion of Ibrahim Rasul. Emma Louise Powell Diaz, and did she get married? When did she become Diaz? When did that happen? She wasn't Emma Louise Powell Diaz the other day when I spoke to her. Described the situation as deeply unfortunate, urging the South African government to act swiftly to stabilize relations with one of its largest trade partners. The expulsion of Ambassador Rasul is a significant setback. Yeah, there you go. Significant setback. Yep, so there you go. That's pretty interesting. So the DA is concerned. Well, they should be concerned. They should be concerned. All right. Ibrahim Rasul's expulsion from the U.S. is regrettable, says the Office of the Presidency. They did issue a statement earlier this morning. President Rasul on Saturday described the decision of the U.S. government to expel Rasul as regrettable. Yep. Ramaphosa, through a spokesperson, Vincent Magwenya, said the presidency has noted the regrettable expulsion of South African ambassador to the U.S., Mr. Ibrahim Rasul. The presidency urges all relevant and affected stakeholders to maintain the established diplomatic decorum in their engagement with the matter. South Africa remains committed to building mutually beneficial relationship with the United States. That is actually not a bad statement, but they should have gone further. Should have gone further. Well, how does it affect U.S. relations? Well, the IOL. Dr. Reniva Fourie, a policy analyst specializing in governance, development, and security, has described the expulsion of South African ambassador Ibrahim Rasul by the United States as a diplomatic setback, not a break. The incident raised concerns about the future relations. She emphasized it does not signal a complete severing of ties, which is what I've already said. She cautioned the U.S. has a history of influencing regime changes in various countries and imposing economic sanctions which can have devastating effects. Oh, of course, another leftist. She expressed concerns that South Africa must avoid becoming casualty of aggressive U.S. policies. You know, Dr. Fourie, you're an ass. I don't know who you are. You're a total ass, Reniva Fourie. Regime change, aggressive action, fuck off. There's no regime change here. Your ambassador was an asshat. He was disrespectful and rude. He called the president the leader of a global white supremacy movement. What a crock of horse shit. Donald Trump has done more for people of color than any you fools have ever done. And calling them white supremacists, it's pathetic. It's sad. It's sad. What a clown. Another idiot leftist running their mouth. Regime change. Yeah, you need regime change in South Africa from within. You all need to decide what your government is. That's nothing to do with us. That's your problem, not ours. Well, South Africa's diplomatic dilemma. U.S. response was swift and predictable. Now, here's an actual honest assessment. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has declared Ibrahim Rasul persona non grata. Political analyst Dr. Sandile Swana described the decision as swift and predictable, adding that South Africa should prepare for potentially worse repercussions in the near future. Yep. The move was, hang on a second here. Swana noted the U.S. response was swift and predictable, citing the ANC's actions. The ICJ laid the groundwork for what followed. That was that. Yep. On the implications that this has for South African foreign policy, argued that the expulsion of Rasul signals a significant shift in diplomatic relations, adding the ANC must accept accountability for its foreign policy missteps. The ANC's prioritization of its party interest over national well-being has led to this diplomatic fallout, warning that South Africa's current trajectory could alienate it from key international allies, especially as it engages with nations like China and Russia, which complicates its relationship with the U.S. Moreover, he asserted that the political landscape in the U.S. is characterized by a growing divide, but public opinion largely influenced by right-wing ideologues. Well, he's wrong about that. He felt that while immediate economic repercussions may not be evident, the long-term implications for American business operating in South Africa could be significant. Well, that's possible, but we'll see. I think the bigger concern is for South Africa. U.S. businesses are not a major concern. So, Super Chat says, from Anthony says, hi, Colonel. What are the best and most affordable places to live in the U.S. to buy a home for a refugee? We covered all this. I'm sorry, Anthony. I know you're giving a Super Chat, but I've covered this. You know, there's no such thing as affordable. Affordables, how much money you have. How much money do you have? Do you have $1 million? Then you can live pretty much anywhere you want. Do you have $30,000? Then you're going to have to be very circumspect. Yeah, so what's affordable? What's affordable to you is not affordable to me. I keep telling people it's 600 Rand for a passport. It's nothing. Piece of piss. A lot of my viewers, that's a lot of money. They don't have it. They're not working. They don't have any money, no income. 600 Rand's a lot. So, I mean, answering your question is impossible. Tell me where and tell me how large your family and what your expectations are, and then maybe we can guess at coming up with something. I mean, it's really difficult to do. What does this MCM say? I just remember that Cyril speaks with a forked tongue. Yes? What did MCM say? I don't see anything from MCM. The sweeping from News 24 has been biblical. I don't know what you mean by that. No, it's not an angry keyboard. It's just a noisy keyboard. I still don't see anything from MCM. Someone's responding to it. Guerrero, South have become the 44th country. No, it won't be banned. Lamola on ENCA today said he doesn't understand that POTUS is using X as diplomatic channels. I commented on the video posted, well, POTUS didn't use X. The Secretary of State did. And that was after they sent a note. See, this is, Ronnie Lamola's an ass. The U.S. government sent the mission a diplomatic note declaring persona non grata. That's how they did it. That's how they did it. That's how they did it. Yeah, how can you act surprised when you call our people racist? It's a ridiculous response. And how can you call us racist when you're the racist? And, you know, anyway, it's ridiculous, folks. Spikerhorn, what are you drinking? Does somebody piss in your beer? Travel restriction released by the media today has no impact on South Africa. Just found it odd that we're not listed. Yeah, well, there you go. Another gift to South Africa. Can actually Google what, MCM? What are we Googling here? I don't see your previous message. Just like your driver's license expires, so does your race card. Yeah, exactly. SV Endless, you should make a video of your monthly expenses, and then it'll be easier for the South African to understand. No, it won't, because you'll all pass out. I've covered some of my expenses. My monthly cable bill is $304. That's 6,000 Rand. My mobile telephone bill is $130 a month. That's 1,200 Rand. My gas bill is $200 a month. That's 4,000 Rand. We're already north of 10,000 Rand, and I haven't even got started my monthly expenses. Trying to find out what he said. Sorry, Chris, I'll try. No, MCM, I couldn't find your message. Who said? Who said? Because someone responded to you. I'm trying to figure out what you were saying. Trump was an absolute legend. He's a brilliant man who built an empire, took on a corrupt establishment, and fought harder for America than any politician. True statement, Lorraine. Okay, ANC will end us all. Okay, yeah, it's not good for South Africa what they're doing. Okay, just making a joke. It seems people are overreacting. What did Jonathan DT say now? Johann Strauss welcomed you. What did Jonathan DT say? I don't see Jonathan's comment. Yes, the United States is a much more beneficial trading partner. Napoleon, you're correct. So as we talked about, China buys commodities from South Africa, and those prices rise and they fall. When they fall, you don't make much money, but you still sell it to China. You sell them your coal, your platinum, your cobalt, your diamonds, your gold, all that stuff. China is a voracious gold consumer, just like India. What do we buy? Manufactured items, agricultural processed items with value chain, all produced in South Africa. So you ship platinum, raw platinum, ore to China. They process it. Every step in the value chain adds wealth. So you get nothing. You're just a commodity producer. Like the people in Kenya and in Uganda who produce coffee, it gets shipped to somewhere else and they get all the money, all the markup goes there. And they cry, well, it's unfair trade. Now, so if you produce the vertical, you do all the vertical integration, you dig up the platinum, you transport it, you process it, then you turn it into a product, then you turn to other products and you sell it, you get all of that value chain. For the people that grow coffee beans, if you grow the coffee beans and you sell them, you get that. If you grow the coffee beans and you process them, then you get that next level. If you process them, then you package them, you get the next level. Then you market them, you get the next level. Then you get all that value chain. And that's what South Africa gets in relationship with America. Most of what you sell us is stuff up the value chain. So you've created wealth further up and more profit that stays in South Africa and goes to producers and workers in South Africa, and you employ more people. The stuff you send to China doesn't employ people. It just gives cash to rich, connected cadres who stole shares in companies. So, yeah, I don't know what Jonathan DT said, Napoleon, but I get a sense of what was said there. Colonel, any polls that you have up running? I just had the one on X. If it's still running, let me check and see if it's done now. Okay, let me see my profile. Okay. 1 day left. I have this poll on X right now. Copy link. Okay. So you can go to this one. Last chance. Let's try to get 3,000 views or 3,000 votes on that. So 2,700 right now. Okay. What's going on over here? Oh, this has crashed again. YouTube. I swear, man. These tabs just keep crashing all the time. It's so frustrating. Why does that say upcoming? I'm live. Am I not live? Come on, YouTube. Wow, man, this thing is really messed up, YouTube. All right, there we go. All right, so I'll give you this. This is the only poll I have on Twitter right now. I need to start doing a lot of polls on there because people seem to like them. If you go to Twitter, you can vote in that poll if you'd like, folks. If you'd like. Okay. There you go. That poll is about who gets refugee status in South Africa. Hey, Daniel. Okay. Are you aware your Navy tried to prevent the hit on Kennedy by Johnson? Okay, Spiker. You know, I don't know where you're going with that. I'm just going to ignore you. You're asking dumbass questions not related to... What does Ibrahim Rasul have to do with my Navy and Kennedy? Oh, gosh. These planks don't want to work. Coming to USA, Texas. Set up hard rock drilling tools. All right, if you say so. There's no poll here, Sai. It's a poll on Twitter. All right, there's a poll, folks. People are drinking a lot of doubles tonight. I think they are. Yep. That's not entirely true there, Fire Dragon. Many employers sponsor that and doesn't cost you anything. JB Hunt and others, I think, still sponsor that. Who's your favorite rugby player? It always changes. It does. It changed a lot. It used to be, at one time it was Evan Etzebeth, Cheslin Colby. I'm not really sure my favorite players right now. Probably, what's his name from the Bulls? The wing from the Bulls. Now I'm drawing a senior moment here. The Bulls wing. What's his name? What's his name? Jacques Vint just gave a super chat. Thank you for that. Oh, Loretta gave one. Just my opinion. Why is that not on? Oh, the alert box is not on. There we go. Sorry. The government believes USA needs. We don't. That's the problem. We don't need South Africa at all. There's nothing South Africa does for us that actually matters. And no, you're not geostrategic. And Joel Pollack didn't help the situation by telling Biz News that, well, you know, Cape Town, the naval base of Simonstown, is geographically important. It doesn't matter. No one cares about Simonstown. That base is useless. What good is it doing in South Africa? You can't patrol the blue water. The only time it matters is if the Chinese establish a base in South Africa. Then it matters. Then it matters. But short of that, it doesn't matter. The U.S. Navy will simply sail around the Cape of Good Hope with its fleet and interdict whatever they want to, and no one can stop us. Yep. So anyway, back to this. Where did that 350 go? Okay. What's the chance of America sanctioning South Africa's sport? No Olympics, no World Cup, no rugby. That's a very far path, Jock. Good question. 350 Rand super chat. Thank you for that. That's a very far path down the road to see that happening. Yeah. Fire Dragon says it's talking in general. Okay, Fire Dragon. Gotcha. Thank you. What beer do you drink? My favorite beer is Polana Hefeweizen. I like Polana. That's what I like to drink. Maggie, me and my family always go to the buffets at Golden Corral. It's like $8 a person. Yeah, that's true. 28 likes to get to 1,000. Oh, we're close, huh? Okay, cool. You should have a third option. They amuse, but eventually get annoying. Yeah, okay. Elizabeth, I feel for you. You must have a strong heart and know you're a softie. Henny Raiders, thank you for subscribing. Do you know that Dougie Hayman's played for the Cheetahs? I didn't. I'm not an F1 fan, John. Thank you for asking. Anna Marie Nell is. She's on the program. She's in the chat. I don't know if she's here today, but she, I'm not an F1. I don't find it all exciting. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, Kurtley Arendse. He plays wing and fullback. Kurtley Arendse is the guy I was thinking of. He's my favorite player right now. Sorry, I just seen your moment there. I was cramping, doing three things at once. Kurtley Arendse is probably my favorite rugby player at the moment. I have a soft spot for guys who are small. That's why I like Mighty Mo, Cheslin Colby. I used to like what's his name? Played for Western Cape years ago. Isterplaat is just what's this? Why are some still think South Africa is important to any country? Exactly. Can you please show us the Big Bang Theory figures in your book? Why do you want to see the Big Bang? Oh, your kids wants to see them. Okay, all right, Johan. I thought you were pulling my leg, being a troll. I thought you were being a troll, Johan. They're just the characters from the show, the main characters. So, there's Raj. There's Wallowitz. There's Penny. Thank you, Anthony, for becoming a member. Leonard. Hofstetter. And, of course, Sheldon Cooper. Thank you for your membership. Did somebody just buy a bunch of memberships? Oh, somebody just bought 50 memberships, didn't they? Oh, Jacques. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. That's pretty cool. Thank you. All right. All right. Don't really care about trolls. They come here and they add the viewer count. Yeah, they do. D-Lady spoke to in the week seems to think SA has strategic value. She does. So does Joe Pollock. I don't. Chinese aren't blue water, so they have made it build port. Well, they've got some blue water capability. But they can't sustain is the problem. So Rebecca says 1,000 likes. We got 1,004 likes. Yeah, that's cool. 54 new members. Wow. People say the Springboks unite us. If I'm a Lakers fan, does that make me a Republican, Democrat, Independent? I don't know. I don't watch the NBA anymore. It's boring, and it's the all-black supremacy league. They only let black folks play in the NBA. 78% of the players in the NBA are black, and they want to preach to me about systemic racism. How about systemic racism in the NBA? There are plenty of qualified white players. You just choose to play a style of game that's different. That's your prerogative, and there's nothing wrong with that. But don't sit here and preach to me about systemic racism when 11% of the population is black and 78% of the NBA is black. White kids play basketball all over this country and form the majority of people on basketball teams everywhere, and they're not genetically inferior. Oh, well, apparently Noto Boloya thinks they're genetically inferior, so maybe he's right. Latest breaking is Pam Bondi also now in many Epstein compromise situations. No, nothing about that. What are you making that stuff up? There's no such latest breaking. You're itching for a timeout, aren't you, Spiker Hunt? Seem to overestimate the value of Simonstown. Technology shift the paradigms, enable involvement. Absolutely. Just like the power of air bases is greatly diminished. We have UAVs that fly for months on end at thousands of feet in the air. It could strike people on the ground. Wish more South Africans knew as much about our country as you do. Thanks for making the world see the truth. I'm trying, Sonia Vermeulen. Welcome to you. Dwayne Vermeulen was my favorite player for a long time, too. Hey, oh, Samantha, you like the bobblehead figures? Yeah, I bought them on a lark a long time ago. I'm a huge Big Bang Theory. It's the best TV show ever. England is killing Wales. Not a surprise. Angie Oberholtz, you're welcome. I appreciate you all for being here. I appreciate being subscribers and viewers. It is awesome. Yeah, Ingrid Kenny is very grateful for the gift from Jacques Vint. Trying to find you on Twitter. Too many Chris Wyatts. You stop looking for Chris Wyatt. Look for my profile. I've given it out a million times. Okay? At WMWCHRS. That is my profile. LinkedIn account, you had a remarkable life so far. I saw you speak 6 languages. Your work experience is off the charts. It's amazing. Yep, new Nick 8088. That's why it's funny when the hate wankers come in here and try to troll me. It's too funny. It's too funny. Just another day in paradise. We can't watch local news reporting on. It's pathetic how they still push the narrative. It's all misinformation. It's causing U.S. response. It's not misinformation. The guy called Trump he called Trump the leader of a global white supremacy movement, and he called Americans racist. I mean, there's no mistaking what he said. We got the video. Army's out of here. All right, have a good one there, Army. Ronell, what's going on? Yeah, people get upset. It ruins the experience. Exactly, Ronell. That's why they do it, and that's why I just give him the PK anymore. We're giving Spiker home a lot of rope to hang himself here. I don't know what his problem is today. I like Arge Stamen, but he's not. That stupid haircut's got to go, Stefan. I can't be my favorite player when he walks around looking like a 6-year-old with that haircut. Can we get back to the point of why most are here, Refugee? No, Willie, we can't. It's not about Refugee. It's about Ibrahim Rasul today. Do you have a question? Ask it. This is not a Refugee channel. If that's the only reason you came here, then I guess you won't be viewing me. So then you're just using me. Is that the point, Billy? You're just here to use me, milk me, and get what you want and then leave? That's kind of rude. No, if you got a question, Willie, ask it. I'll try to answer it as best I can. All right, Army 3275, take care. Just come in from some live music in Thailand. Oh, Roberto Wilco. Interesting. Archie. Yeah, Peter Steph Du Toit was my favorite for a while, too. Like I said, they rotate, you know. But right now, it's probably Kurt Learnse. Yep. Yeah, you say that, Tony, but most people don't understand how YouTube works. They like, how do I get the notifications? How do I super chat? How do I do this? And and where do I find this? And so you're always helping people learn about YouTube. It's a discovery process. A lot of people don't know that they can block someone in the chat. Just right click on the 3 radial buttons over there. If you don't like what they say, you can block them and then you never see what they say. Eugene from Wake. Wow, that was low, Chris. Yeah, that was low. What, I mean, does that hurt your feelings, Eugene? Oh, so are you employing me? You're employing. What are you giving me? What are you doing for me? What are you doing for my hundreds of hours of time, the lack of sleep that I get to provide objective, accurate information? And someone tell me where to go with the program. It's pretty obvious what this program was for. Today, to talk about Ibrahim Rasul. I told the gentleman I'd answer his question. And you find that low? Well, I'm sorry that hurts your feelings, you know. Maybe you need an attitude adjustment, you know. I don't know what to tell you there. I don't know. Eugene, I'm sorry. Your feelings are hurt. Do you need a timeout? Do you need a safe space? We can get you a safe space if it hurts your feelings. Sorry to hear that. No, he's not going to get PKO. We support you. Well, thank you, Eugene, for supporting me, but I don't understand why you say that was low. That wasn't low. I asked the gentleman for his question. I'm happy to try to answer it, but I don't see it coming in here. You see, what you're not either you're a troll or you don't understand how things work, Eugene. The gentleman hasn't asked this question. So either he doesn't have a question, he's a troll, or he's being disruptive. Give him a chance to ask his question. Villy, please ask your question. You guys are just funny, man. I've been doing this too long on YouTube now. I know how this works. How's the water quality? Well, Stian Forster, it's a country the size of a continent. What kind of question is that? The water quality here is hard. It's high calcium content because it's natural water coming from a well. Huge series of wells just off the Appalachian Mountains, about 2 kilometers to the west of here. So the water I get from my public utility, which is a co-op owned by the people who get water from it, is very strong, and it clogs up my lines. I have to replace fittings every few years because there's such a calcium buildup in it. Yep. Thoughts on new Canadian PM? I think he's an idiot, and he won't last long. You guys hear what's like conversation should be like just straight talk. Following Trump since 2016, says Angie. Don't waste your time on trolls. I'm still here and I'm happy enjoying the show. Well, thank you, Simon. Now wondering who will replace Rasul. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. Yep. Thank you, says Cerebus. You're welcome. It's my pleasure. Oh, well, this is I just got this in the mail. There was a 70% sale. I'm a ice hockey fan, and I'm a Vegas Golden Knights fan. So this is the Vegas Golden Knights Championship, and they got the Stanley Cup on the back of it, which is pretty cool. It's a trucker hat. Yeah, I got this for like $9. This thing was like $40, and they had like 70% off, so I got it for $9. I got a bunch. I got some magnets and some flags and stuff. So Sir Raven says you will definitely hurt a lot of ANC feelings. Could be. Oh, there's Willie Smith. Okay. Okay, Willie says, I'm not rude, just frustrated. We as Afrikaners are going to be the ones with egg on our face when Trump doesn't come through. Okay, well, what's the basis? Okay, Willie, what's your basis? Where are you coming from? Again, I'm going to ask the people who keep making these bogus claims. Why you say Trump's not going to come through? What's your basis for that argument? Do you have some evidence that none of us have? Please present it. I have an executive order here. Trump has signed 80 executive orders. They're all being executed except the ones that courts have interdicted and prevent him from executing it. So what's your basis for saying he's not going to come through? Has he offered something to you in the past and has not come through? Willie, I'm asking. So I'm answering your question now. You've asked it. But what's your basis? Where are you getting this from? I'd love to know. 58,200 subs. Need to get to 60,000. Spread the truth. Okay. All right. So, oops, somebody said they appreciate something there. You're not rude, but that was rude. You know, can we get back to the point? Well, I've got your question. You didn't ask a question. You just poked me. Can we get back to the topic? You didn't ask the question. The polite way we would say, hey, can I ask this question? Or just ask the question. But no, can we get back to the topic at hand? Topic at hand isn't the refugee status program. It isn't here. Is this Chris Wyatt reports Wyatt Independent News 15 March. Does it say anything about refugee status? Does it say it's a conversation about refugee? I'm happy to talk about it, but not to be poked because I'm talking about the topic in hand. No, there's nothing scary about the Appalachian Mountains. They're very small. They're more like hills. Yeah, Hano Fisagi, you say Jan van Riebeck is not colored, but that's not what history says. And yes, Simon van der Stel definitely was colored. He had an Indonesian parent. Yep. Peter, thank you. Oh, I know whistleblowing is dangerous. Have you heard of Babita Deo Karan? Have you heard of Babita de Akron? Say her name. Say her name. Stephanie Hatzemichael. Good to see you again. Africa has and won't be water. Okay. Neville, what's Neville saying? I love your sarcasm, but you should have added that you need to go outside and hand pump the water into a bucket. No, it wasn't being sarcastic when I answered the water question. I mean, honestly, it's not a silly question, but I mean, how am I supposed to answer that? Water in Flint, Michigan is not water in Harrisburg. Water in Harrisburg is not water in Chambersburg. Water in Chambersburg is not water in Frederick. Water in Frederick is not water in Nashville. I mean, come on. It's a huge country. When I lived in Arizona, the water was really poor quality because it's a freaking desert. I mean, the water would come out of the spigot with sand in it, and little pebbles would come out. It was that bad. It was that harsh, man. Some seriously harsh water in Arizona. Oh yeah, I've got her too. So let's do that. Yeah, let's cover that portion. Matthew Dixon, YouTube trolls are based. Sure, Matthew. Thank you for your input. Thank you, Matthew, for your input. Let's get to that. I have that story here. Yep. Oh, that's not the right spot. Come on, where's it at? There we go. Okay. So I have that. Knobs and Kesey. Let me find the Knobs and Kesey. Sorry. Here she is. All right. So inside the Fly Saf Air story. I had more stuff to cover, but we haven't gotten to it. We're busy answering questions. All right. So inside the Fly Saf Air incident, Nobuntu Mkezi's account of her viral incident. Yep. On December 26, Knobs Mkezi, the brand manager at South African Broadcasting Corporation, was involved in an incident. Escalation. The situation intensified when the flight attendant returned with another crew member. Anyway, they detail what's going on here. Saf Air's response, consequence, and legal actions. So she's been sacked. She's upset about that. She apologized for remarks towards people of color during the incident, stating that she was not raised with such views and expressed regret for any offense caused. Reflecting on the events, she said, I could have handled it better. Well, you sure could have, lady. So here she is in Times Live. Ex-SABC employee. She got fired. Her father was a struggle veteran. She apologized during a Newsroom Africa interview where she broke her silence about the incident. I'd like to apologize to the colored community. That's not who I am. I wasn't raised that way. I don't believe in what I said. I sincerely apologize for what I said. I have colored friends. I'm not racist. Well, you're probably just drunk. That's probably what happened, to be honest. So she said she revealed that she'd served Fly Saf Air and SAPs with court summons for the way they handled the situation. And she's lucky she wasn't in jail. We served them letters of demand. They strangled me and put cable ties on me. How was I a danger? How are you a danger? Watch the video, dingbat. What a dingbat doorknob Knobs and Kesey is. Watch the video. You endanger public safety on a flight in midair, threatening passengers, assaulting crew, causing chaos on a plane. Yep. They pinned me against the window until I saw the clouds. Yeah. They should have put a muzzle on you too. That way you couldn't have said, I'm an ANZ, bitch. She said, they fired me without investigation or calling me in to state my case. How dare they do something so unethical and against the labor relations law? Their actions are appalling. They call themselves impartial, but they fueled the situation. Now, you fueled the situation. You physically assaulted people. You should be charged with assault. Assault with intent to commit battery. That's what you should have been charged with, Knobs and Kesey. You assaulted people on a flight. You didn't bump into people. You didn't hit them by mistake. You assaulted them. You lunged at flight employees. We saw it. We've seen the videos. And you were arrogant, disrespectful, and you were a racist. On that flight, you were a racist. I don't know who you are in person, but your actions were that of a racist. Clearly, someone who has disdain for people of color, coming from a person of color. Yep. By the way, the Louis Liebenberg situation, the Badenhorst couple they own a home in Harpiesport. Damn, Harpiesport is being protected apparently. So that's also in the news. Newsworthy. 700 people here, 1,000 likes, 59 new members. Thank you for that. Yep, that's Knobs and Kesey, folks. So she's been quiet because the South African Captured Human Rights Commission has not said anything about Knobs and Kesey or Notoboloye, but they're still pursuing a case against Ronaldo Gillis, which has no merit whatsoever. By the time the refugee program is settled, 80% of the majority will have left anyway. People leaving by the drones. By the drones? Willie Trump is a busy man. Did Villy say something else? Did I miss something else from Villy? Okay. No. We are thousands of Afrikaners excited and thankful for Trump's order, but it's only politically motivated. If it's only, you know what I mean. No, I don't know what you mean. That's not what you said. That's not what you said. What you said is Trump's going to pull it out from under you. This is clear. You're excited about it, but you're worried that he might be doing for a stunt. Well, that's a different statement than claiming it was a stunt. There's two very different things. You can't parse the words here, and you can't claim it's not your first language. You got to be clear about it. Okay, don't put the cart in front of the horse. Just relax. Yeah, like white on rice. Thank you, Elon. Okay. Petersburg water is hard and dirty. Potgieteris has no water. There you go. Hammanskarl has cholera. Oh, thanks. I drink a lot of water. We'll have to buy it. Well, I buy bottled water. I don't like it, but I buy it. Yeah, Billy, I get it. A lot of people are excited and thankful for the order, and you're wondering. But much like earlier, who was it earlier? It was Freelance Kate was complaining about how long it's taking. It hasn't taken long. I appreciate your concern. I understand where you're coming from. But 5 weeks is not a long time, folks, particularly for something like this. So, again, I'm waiting for an example of what Trump has done that he hasn't followed through. Why would people think that? Sonia Barain Uman, thank you for your 35 rand super chat. Vern de Bones, what the Vans de Bones? Over time, the super chats from me will hopefully get you a good coffee. Well, I'm doing an interview after this in 45 minutes with Newspod. With Isaac Duplessis. He's interviewing me. Yep. ANC pushed out the chest again. Yeah. They thought they were big boys. They put their big boy diapers on. They put their big boy pants on. EU, support us. We go now. We call Americans racist. Yes, you're racist. How'd that go for you, Ibrahim? Not so well. Yep. H. Hirschkorn says a hoax from day one. Well, you have no basis for making such a claim, so that's your opinion. And you know what opinions are like? Just like bumholes. Everybody's got one. So, well, thank you for playing, Hirschkorn. I watched Afrikaans Groot this afternoon on YouTube. It was last year's. It was awesome. Yeah, Afrikaans Groot, but Krone was disappointing. Yeah, the Krone that I went to at Loftus was very disappointing. I don't want to hear Beach Boys songs. I want to hear Afrikaans. Borehole water, best, no additives. Yep. Stingbat doorknob time. Colonel, are you doing the France Scott? No, I can't, Michael. I'm sorry. I have to be somewhere this afternoon. There's an event at the local firehouse raising money for the volunteer fire department about 15 kilometers away from here. So I got to go there this afternoon. There's a potluck meal and a gun raffle and all this other stuff. So I'm going to be there. Yep. So I cannot do that one, unfortunately. Time refugee program rolled out 8%. Okay, I already got there. How do I get back to that? Trump was looking out for America. That's true. Big boob pants means nothing if you wear Victoria's Secret panties underneath. Well, that's true. Psycho Billy 3. Can I open a bank account in the USA while I'm still in South? If you have a Social Security number, El Murray, if you have a Social Security number, you can open a bank account or taxpayer identification number. Need to word this right. Those who are racist think they're not being racist and that they can't be only if you're the minority. If they say something, they automatically say that being racist. Big news. I think I understand what you mean, MCM, but I'm not 100%. Okay. I think it's a good thing if refugee takes a little time. It's a big decision. Emil Skuman says, do you think it's a coincidence that Lady Pondor and Ibrahim are the two biggest? No, it's not. It's not a coincidence. Need to go. All right, Petra, thanks for being here. Yeah, gun raffle, Jess. Gun raffle. Yeah, we do gun raffles all the time. We do them in our veterans organization. They do them there. You buy a ticket, and they pick it out, and you get guns. Rifles, handguns, shotguns. Yep. Yeah, I know, Yaku Basson, but I don't really want to hear the Beach Boys. I got hooked on Kruna from the Kruna 5 finale, which was brilliant. Earl says, you seem to know a lot about Southern history. I said Von Riebeck was a colored. So did I. And someone tried to correct us earlier and said that it was Simon Fundestel. Simon Fundestel was definitely colored. But the story is that so was Jan von Riebeck. I have no proof. I wasn't there. I didn't sleep with his mother. My My only question is why South African government is acting this way. Because they want to be the victim, Peter van der Westhuizen. They want to blow this thing up and have sanctions applied to them so they can play the victim. And you're like, why would they do that? On behalf of Tehran, on behalf of Moscow, on behalf of Russia, of Beijing. Sounds silly, but, dumber things have been done. People will start proposing for marriage with bribe rookies. Won't mind prospecting Alaska. All right, take care, Leslie. Okay, did you see the YouTube video on ANC letter that lists their complete plan on how they will destroy the minorities? No, I haven't seen that. What's the best gun for women? Oh, you're gonna want a small something small. Sig Sauer is a good choice. Yeah, they've got some good options there. Sig Sauer. Social media accounts hacked on Daily Maverick. No, I haven't seen that. Now they're just trying to cover up for the stupid things they say. The victim card is expired. Yeah. Yep. With all due respect, I have a social security number. Does that mean I can open a bank account? Yeah. Yeah. Daniel, if you have a social security number, you can open a bank account. Sure. Yep. Now you got to have an address in the U.S. So, for 50% of your deposit, I'll be happy to give you my address. No, you're going to have an address and a social security number. Yeah, you can open a bank account. The bank accounts aren't restricted to Americans. We got all kinds of criminal alien invaders in this country who have bank accounts, but they steal social security numbers. So, no, Daniel, why do you say with all due respect? No need to say that. You have a legitimate question. I'm happy to answer it. Yeah, social security number and an address, and you can have a bank account. I have online bank accounts. Never been to the bank. So, you're welcome, Tracy. Okay. Yeah. Those countries do nothing to support them. ANC are 100% playing the victim. No, they won't. So they're going to be stuck in the cold, but they think it's going to help them. We can discuss that. Oh, the 50%. Well, I'll cut it to 25. It's a bargain. I have a special this week. Finance Minister. Okay. Do you see similarities between ANC and ZANU-PF? Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah, no, they're very, very distinct parallels. But it's not just ANC and ZANU-PF. It's every liberation movement in Africa. Absolutely. Moments to bring a cheer to your eyes. Okay. You mean this is the current Afrikaans. Yeah, I do see them. Yep. When friends do something stupid and get hurt, they want sympathy. I generally just laugh at them before helping. Yeah, fair enough. Love Kai Kai actually researching summer at, what's this? Well, Psycho Billy, your message was held. I released it. YouTube held your message, probably because you're denigrating Nigerians, but it's a stereotype. We know that. I sound like a Nigerian scammer. All right. Don't have an address there, so can we negotiate? Yeah. Eugene Van Vyk says, do you know this dude, Mehmet? No, I don't know him. Where are the clips at? What platform? I don't know who that is. Mehmet. Mehmet Vega. I don't think you spelled it right, dog. Don't know who that is. What's the chance you get bulk from Black on? 0, Marissa. I tried 5 years ago. People like that are on a contract won't come on the program. The only people I can get are people that are largely independent. So I've had Steve Hofmeyer in the past. I've had Monty Jackson, Giselle, Trevor Dongenet. I've had Francois van Kolk on. That was pretty cool. His agent let that happen. But I've not. I tried to get bulk from Blair. Nadine, Liesl Pretorius. I tried to get her. Franyu Duplessis, Juanita Duplessis, Ruan Josh. I tried to get all of them. None of them would come on the program. They didn't even respond. So not going to happen. Sumerian tablets. Yeah, that's a pretty cool topic there. Erica, I'm getting feeling more and more the ANC is getting the wrong advice. Yeah, they are getting the wrong advice. You should do Afrikaans Groot in the up for there in Harten Boys. I'd like to do Afrikaans Groot, yes. We went for our passports. Suspiciously, the system... Go back 3 times. Did you get it, though, Ansel Fleury? Did you get it in the end? Now you're going to go Bryce, says Angie Oberholzer. Colonel, your video got 109,000 views. Probably, last time I looked. The thought for today, don't let anyone treat you like old toast. You're a bride woodkey, baby. That's good, Jills. I like that. In your opinion, what's the likelihood of sanctions against ANC leaders? Much stronger than it was. Much stronger than it was. I think we'll see if Trump stays calm. Maybe he will. We'll see what happens. That video you're talking about is the one I did for announcing it last night. It's let me see the actual number. See, you're seeing in arrears. It's 113,000 views and 555 subscribers as a consequence for it. Yeah, 113,000 views, and it's still getting over 1,500 views per hour right now. So that's good. So it should hit 125. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, the dog guy is a piece of work. Assaulted his wife. He's a Turk. Okay. Okay, thank you for that. That's at 224. Yeah, I'm not going to get involved in people like that and commenting on them, but thank you for that. I'll check it out. You know, I don't really talk and deal with Dan Corder or any of those people that go after Ronaldo. It's none of my interest. I don't care about them. Okay. Is it just me, or does it seem like the situation between ANC is escalating? Oh, it is escalating very quickly. It is escalating very quickly, and it's all ANC's doing. Okay, so what has Trump done? February 7th, that's it. He issued executive order. All he did was cancel foreign aid, and he offered refugee status. That's it. Didn't interfere in Southwest politics. What have they done ever since? An attack, name calling, lying, misrepresenting. Oh, every country around the world, every country has expropriation without compensation. America has it. It's called eminent domain. No, it's not. No, it's not. Fifth Amendment expressly says that you cannot take people's property without compensation. The Fifth Amendment to the Constitution. I'll read the entire thing in its entirety. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment of indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb. That's double jeopardy. Nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. So that's self-incrimination. You're protecting. This is one of the best amendments out there. So you can't be tried unless there's a proper warrant for it on a probable cause. You cannot be called to testify against yourself. Okay, and then here, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. I don't know what's so hard about that for Ronnie Lamolle to understand, because he doesn't want to understand. He wants to lie to the world. But that's the fact. That's the fact. Okay, Anzel. Okay. Yeah, David, that's what I said in November. I said, why is he going to, this is the dumb decision. This isn't going to go well with Trump in office. It's just like they picked him intentionally to cause a fight. Iran bribe investigation, ANC. No, I haven't seen that on there, but I've been talking about that. I was one of the people that made the allegation, the supposition from the very beginning that Tehran was paying them. Yep. Here comes the crap. Cass, I believe Gayton is 2 members with them, only white color. And I have no idea what you're talking about. That required FG. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what you mean, Elizabeth Kruger. Trump is giving the ANC more rope. Spot on. That's good analysis. Our Wi-Fi also had apparently 5G towers don't catch. All right, thank you, Renty. I think for being here. ANC, I can't see. Perhaps Lamola is a Soviet citizen. The biggest mistake by the apartheid government was killing Steve Biko in '77 from the Black Conscience Movement. Yeah, no, I think, Alan, that was a huge mistake. Steve Biko was not a threat like these people have been to freedom. Steve Biko just preached that people should be proud of who they are. By the way, the impressions click-through rate on my video from last night was 31% for a while. Then it dropped down to about 17%. 31% is incredible. That's insane. Somebody placed an ad on YouTube. Okay. Kidders don't give a hoot about. Okay, I can't remember who said it, but some journalist interviewed a guy whom hoping U.S. gets a bigger stick. Oh, you just don't stop, do you? Hey, Militis Academy. Well, you're welcome, Daniel. Thanks for being here. Yep, they're doing this. David Fisaki, thank you for your subscription. Appreciate that. Okay. Said sorry to me that chose to stay inside instead of going to Switzerland, I'm guessing. Bernie Sanders is a true-blooded American. What? Oh, dear God. Unbelievable. One of my mods can give Spikerhound a timeout. Give him a 30-minute timeout. We talked about Europe giving the Euros for the past 2 days. It's old news now. We'll see if it ever falls through. Not going to happen, most likely. Wouldn't hold my breath on that. Yeah, go ahead and give Spikerhound a there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for doing that, mod. Spikerhound, you're giving timeout. And you're going to keep coming with this bullshit, you're going to be blocked on the channel, okay? Never blocked you. You've been coming here for a long time, but you're just being an ass tonight. I don't know what your problem is. Don't know what your problem is, all right? So you're going to find yourself blocked on the channel if you keep acting like an ass. You want to spew your nonsense, go elsewhere, all right? You know, had enough of your bullshit tonight. Ardo, I'm glad you enjoy the live events. Cool. Yeah, Senator Kennedy is entertaining. School with Steve Biko's son. Really, James? Wow. I have not seen a statement from Pan-African Congress. I have not. I have not. All right, new Nick. See you later. All right, guys. Why don't I wrap up here too, okay? We've been on for 2 hours. All right. 1,100 likes and 7,000 plus people watch it. So we seem to be losing a little bit of steam here late. It is now 8:30 in South Africa. And I'm going to leave you with the Persona non grata song. How's that? Yeah, the edibles are gone now. The edibles are gone. You can't have South African having edibles. They're illegal now. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate super chats. Really appreciate the viewership, the comments, the questions. Billy, I hope I answered your questions. Yeah, so if people don't want to believe Trump, that's fine. South Africans are incredibly suspicious without basis, but that's fine. That's your history. That's your business. That's your prerogative. We'll see if Trump doesn't come through. But so far, everything he said he was going to do in the campaign, he has done, and he's done it with alacrity. So we'll see. All right, guys. Persona non grata.
Where headlines grow, a nation ties that thread and tangle tight. Diplomatic dances in the cold moonlight. A step misplaced and the stage does sway. Persona non grata carried far away. When walls talk back and windows cry, boundaries drawn under heavy skies. In the space between the set and scene lies a story that cuts unclean. Hold the ties that thread and tangle tight. Diplomatic dances in the cold moonlight. A step misplaced and the stage does sway. Persona non grata carried far away. Persona non grata carried far away.
Have the trolls departed? Did the trolls leave? Welcome back, folks. How you doing? Good to see you here. 334 people still here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us here. Psych, we didn't leave. Welcome to my fellow Neanderthals and canines and right-wing podcasters. Whoa, baby. We're having fun tonight, aren't we? We turned the screen off earlier. I actually had to get up and do something. That's why I did. It was just an apropos time for that. Oh, Marissa, you're leaving. Oh, Marissa. Come on. Don't leave yet. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well played. You. Thank 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 you. But you guys know what it's time for now, right? It's been a long time, right? It's been a long time. Yeah, that's right. I didn't say goodbye. You were right to be suspicious, Jaretha. I didn't thank people, did I? Yes. All right, folks. I'm a cop. I have to stay till the end, says Bridger. It's been a while, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a while. So if I'm wrong with the lyrics, I apologize. But here we go. Here we go. Douglas, Kung Fu fighting. Well, folks, it's been a long time since we did that, hasn't it? Been a long time. Forgot some of the lyrics there, man. It's been so long. Wow, I don't think we've done that for about 8 months. Carl Douglas. You know there's another one we should do too, right? But I don't have the sunglasses here. You know the other one. Should we do one more? Should we do one more, or are we done? We do one more? Should we do one more? You guys, one more. Keep it going, okay? You can teach Donald Trump to dance properly. One more. All right, one more. Here we go. Here we go. One more. Okay. Here we go. One more, Pierre. Here we go. Come on. Here we go.